Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about a really important topic for everyone, which is to find out who we actually are. And since we are born, we have been searching for this answer for a long time, and we were really curious about what we need to do in life and why we're here. And these are the questions that everyone's want an answer. And in order to find these answers, first thing we need to know, or I believe is very important, is to find out who we actually are. It's very difficult to answer these questions, and the way to answer this question is to find out that what is not you to begin with, right? So this way we can break out the question to smaller one and take out the pieces that is not you. How do you define you is and what is not you? I would like to use the teaching from Buddha to help explain this, and hopefully you find this useful in terms of finding out what the truth is. And if I got something wrong, then I apologize in advance. So first, what is not you? We know that something outside, for example, an object, a piece of paper, a pen, is definitely not you. But why? We have to look at the characteristic of those objects or something of interest. And we know for sure it's not ours, or it's not you. That first, that object is not in the total control of you. It sit there and it stay there, and you can manipulate it. And that object is also susceptible to disintegration, changes over time, is beyond our control. So we definitely know this is not me. Okay, so next, how do we actually tell what you is? So we know that outside object is not you, but what you really is. If you look something a little closer, let's say we have a pet, and that pet we definitely know is not you. But the pet can move around, walk around, and sometimes we can command it to sit. We can get something for them to eat, but they're not you. They're susceptible to changes over time, and it can be someday it goes away, and it's beyond our control. So in general, we can make a conclusion that something is not you, is something that comes and go, is not permanent, and is beyond what we can control or indefinitely. So in the Buddhist teaching, we call this three marks of existence. So we use this same technique back to our body. To let's just think a little bit if this body is actually you. We break down to a small components. First is the hair. Everyone has hair, or it's on skin, on the head. If you examine it closely, we know that we cannot control it. It grows on its own. It has color. You can change color, but externally, but by itself, You cannot change it, but you can influence it. But the influence is also temporary. So it has a life of its own, and we can command it temporarily, but not terminally. And it's also subject to goes away. It disintegrates. So it comes and goes. So we know that the hair definitely is not you. If we look at the skin, we grow and we have skin that it changes over time, and it's aging. We can slow the aging, but we cannot stop the aging at this time. And as we know it, the skin grows on its own. It has life on its own. We don't need to be in command to have this thing to grow or to disintegrate. So we know that the skin is not you. And take a look at our teeth. The teeth also grows on its own since we were kids, and it falls out sometime, or it could be someday, and it's beyond our control. We can supply nutrition and everything to make it strong, but eventually it goes away. It's nothing that we can stop it. It's beyond our control. So anything that's beyond our control, definitely not you. So, and we can apply this understanding to every organs in our body to convince ourselves that the body is not you. So for example, like the heart beats on itself. So it functions without you having to be in control of the heart. So everything works on its own, functions on its own. We can maybe able to control it temporarily, but not indefinitely. So we know that all of this is not you. So what you really is, if the body is not you, the outside world is not you, what is you? So if you look at your thoughts, this is one really important subject because everyone thinks all the time. But if thoughts is actually you, thought comes and go, that's what we know. And it changes over time, different topics and everything. Can we control our thoughts? We might be able to control our thoughts, but can we control it indefinitely? Can it, when the thoughts come, we can aware it, and it knows that it works on its own. Sometimes it's very hard to control it. So we know that thought definitely not you. So if it's not you, the body is not you, everything surrounding is not you, what is you? How about emotion? We can have sadness, we can have happiness, or we can have neutral feeling, all kinds of feelings. Each feelings comes and go. So, can we control our feeling? Sometimes, but not always. So it's beyond our total control. It comes and goes. It has a temporary state. So the feeling is not you either. So what's actually you? Is it memory? The memory is something that also comes and goes. If you remember something, sometimes we forget. And then we try to make it remember again, and it doesn't. Sometimes we want the memories to go away, but it doesn't go away. So it's beyond our control, or sometimes we can do it. If we repeat something over and over again into our memory, this stays for a while. But once we stop reinforcing it, it goes away. So it's beyond our control. So the memory also is not you. So all the stuff we described before is not who we are. None of this. What about our sense, sixth sense of perceptions? Sixth sense of perceptions, we are aware of those, and everyone has it. But again, we can hear things all the time. We cannot command it to, okay, shut down. We can do it temporarily, but can we do it indefinitely? We can destroy it as one of the function again, but again, you can still hear something in your mind. So hearing is something we cannot have a total control of it. And if we focus on something else, we might not hear the sound. So everything is temporary and it comes and goes. So we can apply that to all sense of perceptions. So all six sense of perceptions, it comes and goes. It's temporary. So nothing of this is you. So what are we seeking for? The truth is nothing is you. But what you really is, what we know for sure is we can know how things go. We know things comes along, pass away, and all it is knowing. So knowing, that definitely always there. But knowing whatever we try to know is another question. So this is a quick summary of an approach to finding the truth according to Buddhism teaching, and this is part of this is what I describe is it's called 5 aggregates that we actually examine it. So this is one of the fundamental teaching in Buddhism. So if anyone is interested in this in detail, there's a lot of information online that we can look it up and find some more insight understanding, because this is just an introduction. Thank you for listening. Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be talking about a really important topic for everyone, which is to find out who we actually are. And since we are born, we have been searching for this answer. I believe it's very important is to find out who we actually are. It's very difficult to answer these questions, and the way to answer this question is to find out that what is not you for a long time. And we were really curious about what we need to do in life and why we're here. And these are the questions that everyone's want an answer. And in order to find these answers, first thing we need to know, or to begin with, right? So this way we can break out the question to smaller one and take out the pieces that is not you. How do you define you is, and what is not you? I would like to use the teaching from Buddha to help explain this, and hopefully you find this useful in terms of finding out what the truth is. And if I got something wrong, then I apologize in advance.